Welcome. Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
Hello. What's going on again? This is Big B, Brian Hanley. Thank you again for being on Big B Lives, but Big B Dailies on the live show, man. Live here on TikTok, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. What's going on, people? I appreciate it. Let's just dive into this, man. So, first up, news of the day. Let's talk Kelce. I mean, there's a lot of things going on with Travis Kelce as far as what his injury brings. Now, it looks like it's not that serious, which is good. That's good. Never want anybody to be hurt. So that's good that it's not, super serious. But what's the lasting effect? I mean, how good can the Chiefs be? You know what I'm saying? How good are the Chiefs when they don't have Kelce and they got all those other guys? Look, we're going to find out how good Mahomes is and Andy Reid, find out how good they are, which I still think they're amazing. I don't think it's going to be a problem. What do y'all think? Y'all think it's going to be any problem at all? I don't think so. Yeah, it's real good that it's not a major injury. But here's the thing. Let me ask y'all this question. What about fantasy football? I mean, if he's out 2 to 4 weeks, what does that do to a lot? Because I know a lot of people took Travis Kelce in the first 2 rounds. A lot of people. What does that look like now with your fantasy football team? Whew. I mean, it's taking a tight end that early, you're asking for trouble anyway. And I know it's Kelce, so I get it. But man, that's trouble. Fantasy football teams, trouble. Here's people in TikTok saying Lions all the way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not sold that the Lions can win this game even without Kelce. I'm not sold. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But it's going to be interesting with Kelce, though, man, because not having your security blanket as a quarterback, I think the Chiefs got to run the football a lot more. And I think they will. I think they will. I think they're going to run the football a lot more, run it at Detroit and see if they can stop it. Because Detroit hadn't been able to do that previous year. So I know they got a new defense. So we'll see. We'll see. Moving on, man. Let's move on. So there's been all this hype, just basically all off season, and a ton of hype around Deion Sanders and a ton of hype with Colorado and what he brings. And then there's been the opposite as far as Dabo Sweeney and Clemson. I was one of those people that thought that Clemson nobody was talking about them, that they were going to be better. Well, it just showed on the field. Clemson don't have the horses. Their quarterback play is still not great. They don't have the difference makers on the outside and in the backfield that they used to have. Their offensive line still isn't that good. I mean, and the 2 trains of thought is Dabo refuses to go in the portal. He refuses to do it. And my thinking is, why? Why? I don't know. I just, it's 2 different ways of thinking, but you have to adapt. And if you're not going to adapt, then you're going to get left behind. And Clemson is getting left behind. Look, all the talking heads have said it. Hey, Clemson won't adapt. Dabo won't do it. Well, if he's not going to do it, Clemson's going to go back to what they were before he got there. It is going to pass them by. Teams are catching up and can catch up. The transfer portal, it changed everything. It literally changed everything. So if you're going to do that, then Dabo's got to be better, man. That's just me talking. That's just me talking. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many other teams that are now competitive. I just think the effect. I mean, look, Colorado went to the extreme, but what's your job as a coach? Is your job to just keep a roster that's horrific and lose, or to flip it and win? I don't know. Got to change with the times. That's right, CJ. Got to change with the times, man. I don't get why he wouldn't do that, but you can't make people do something. So, can't make people do something. We'll see. I know he said that he'd change professions. I don't think he's going to change professions and give up $9 million a year. I think he's going to start getting people out of the transfer portal and just eat crow. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. Because Dabo ain't no professional coach, so he ain't going to the pros. He's just going to adapt and just eat crow and go back on what he said and keep on collecting those checks. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. So, you hope Dabo can have his own philosophies, but you hope it's worth getting 5 or 6 wins. And it's going to end up being, if he don't change, it's gonna end up being that. Yeah, that's right. Dabo, eat crow and get the money and just change, man. Just do it. It's fine. Everybody has to do something on their job that they don't like. We all have to do it. You don't get to do everything that you like. There's certain things that you can't stand, but you still have to do it. This is going to be one of those. And guess what? He still gets to coach football. So Dabo's going to change. He's not going to quit. He's making $9 million a year. He ain't giving that up. And I don't think that he wants to become a 6 or 7 win football team. I don't think he wants to do that. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Moving on. Hey, man, y'all hear this crazy story about Chandler Jones and what he did, him and the Raiders, just basically telling them, I hate the coach. I hate the GM. I don't want to play for you guys anymore. What's that about? I mean, literally, like, what is that about? And just got mad. Couldn't get into facilities to go work out. Just said, I am done. Whew. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny story because the day before he said he was ready, working out good, loving practice, having a good time. He comes home from practice, hates the Raiders, hates the head coach and GM, wants out. And now he's away from the team. Josh McDaniels said it's a personal matter. He's not talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I bet it is. I'm sure it is a personal matter. Whew. But that's that's Raider football. That is just typical Raider football. That franchise, man, it has hit the skids. It has hit the skids. I feel bad, but then again, it's the Raiders. I don't really feel that bad. So, all right, man. What else we got? Let's get into some Q&A. Let's get into some hot topics here. Let's talk about some stuff, man. Again, thank you guys for joining the live. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube, man. So we're live on Facebook. So anybody that is not following me on TikTok that's in, please give me a follow. Hit the like screen. We are trying to get up to 3,500 likes. On YouTube, the chat is wide open. Anybody from TikTok, come on over to YouTube. It's Big B Sports Talk, man. Come on over to the chat. It is wide open. Let's get this going. So, first question. Dabo. Okay. Dabo is like, I didn't recruit you, so I'm going to prove I can win without you. That's exactly what Dabo Swinney is like. I didn't recruit you, so I'm going to prove that I can win without you. Well, he ain't going to do that. That's not going to last that long. That's not going to last that long. Too many people are moving around. Too many schools are saying, you know what? We'll pluck him. We'll pluck him. It's not going to work. Not going to work. And then that's what he's looking at. You're right. That's exactly right, Frederick. He hates NIL. He hates the transfer portal. Change, man. You're getting paid too much money. You're getting paid too much. Change with the times. Change with the times. What else we got? What else we got? Yeah, Austin. Good question over here on YouTube, guy, or a statement, actually. Josh McDaniels is a disaster. He was already a disaster once in Denver. I don't see how Josh. Let me ask everybody, how does Josh McDaniels have a job? Let me just ask all of you guys. Let's talk about it. How does Josh McDaniels have a job? Because first, he was a head coach in Denver, cheated, got fired for cheating, not to mention they were horrible. Horrible. So he gets fired. Gets the Indianapolis Colts job, but then the next day turns it down. Says, yeah, I didn't mean to sign the contract. I don't want the job. At that point, no other NFL team should hire him. Nobody. But they did. They did. And how's it working out for the Raiders? And you're right. It is because of Belichick's coattails. But how many times do you get to you? I mean, Matt Patricia ain't getting another job. I can assure you of that. Matt Patricia is not getting another head coaching job. And he was just as big a disaster as Matt Patricia. So Patricia ain't getting no other job. Ain't nobody going down that road again. I don't know. Let's see. The new city hasn't helped. Most times a change of scenery. Exactly. With the Raiders, you would think that a change of scenery would help. It hasn't. It hasn't. Too bad. The Raider fans, I mean, football's better when the Raiders are good, but how often has that been in the last 20 years? I mean, they haven't been that good in the last 20 years. So, I don't know. Do I think that Arizona can beat Mississippi State? I would guess they can. I don't know if they will. So, we will find out. If there isn't a Raider controversy, then no one would talk about them. They're a disaster. They're a disaster. Well, that's a good question or a good statement. That is a great statement. The Raiders are a disaster, man. So, how long can McCarthy last in Dallas? If Dallas does some things this year, McCarthy will still be there. McCarthy will still be there. And the biggest surprise to come out of the season is the Cowboys make it to the NFC Championship game. That'll be the biggest surprise. I don't think they're winning it or going to the Super Bowl. And you all know me. Y'all know that I'm not a Dallas fan. But I think this is the year that they make it to the NFC Championship game. Now, they'll lose, but I think they get there. Dallas Cowboys. They're going to have a decent season. They got a really good team, man. A really good team. Not against the Lions. No. It's not going to be against the Lions. So again, man, thank you guys for joining the live Big B Dailies, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for joining in. Always got a ton going on. The chat is always open in YouTube. Chat is open in TikTok for now. So anybody over on TikTok, please give me a follow. Tap the screen. We're still trying to get to 3,500 likes. Matter of fact, let's pump it up. Let's get to 4,500 likes. We're at 3,000. Let's keep going. Get as many people in as possible and keep this fun. Get more questions. Keep firing off the questions. And also come over to YouTube, man. The chat is open and live over on YouTube. So, see what we got. Did I play for Bill Ware? Yes, I did. I surely did. You're a 5-star right guard? Congratulations, my man. Keep Kansas State in mind. Keep Louisville in mind. I don't think Bill Ware coached anywhere else but Jeff, did he? He might have. I don't know. But yes, I played at Jeff. Lamar over 1.5 TD passes versus the Texans. I guess. I don't know. I appreciate it, man. I love these glasses. They're a little small. They're a little small on my head. And y'all make fun of me, but I don't care. I'm going to wear them. I love them. I love them. Question over here on YouTube. Caleb Williams' dad said Caleb may not enter the draft if the situation doesn't seem right next year. Believe him? Nope. Nope. Nobody wants to be in the Arizona Cardinal, but I still don't believe him. And while he makes a bunch of money right now, because I don't know if y'all watched that Colorado TCU game, which I'm assuming a lot of you did. It seemed like Caleb Williams was in every commercial, didn't it? He was in every commercial. Cut his hair. Somebody told him, look, you can either keep your hair or you can make a few $1 million with these commercials. You decide. So I don't know, man. I think he comes out. I mean, like I said, I know he's making a bunch of money, but you make a whole lot more in the NFL as the number one pick. Great question, though, Austin. Great question. What do we got? Will Missouri ever go back to the Big 12? No. Not a chance. Only way Missouri goes back is if the SEC kicks them out, which that's not going to happen. They brought them in a few years back for a reason. They're not going anywhere. Dude, Squealers last in the division. That's a Browns fan who's jealous. I get it. But you know, as a Browns fan, you're coming in last, right? You do know that. Question, fantasy football question from my man, Hot Soup Fantasy Football. We got a football question. Start Lawrence or Cousins at QB this week. I haven't dived in to see who they play, but I would say Cousins. I would just go Cousins. I do like the Lawrence. I like the Calvin Ridley, but I would say Cousins. I mean, again, it's fantasy football. So, uh-oh. Got a question over here from Brian Bolden. Do you do prize picks? I don't do prize picks, but we do make picks on Fridays. First coach in the NFL to get fired. That's a good question, man. I think it's Ron Rivera. Already threw his offensive coordinator under the bus. I mean, before they even had a preseason snap, he was throwing his offensive coordinator under the bus. New ownership. Doesn't want to hear that nonsense. I think Ron Rivera is as good as out. I think they finished last in the division anyway. I think he's good as done. I think he is good as done. What we got over here on TikTok, man? Jahan Dotson about to be a problem? Maybe. How do you think Russell Wilson will do this year? Man, I like Russell Wilson this year. Well, I mean, I like him better than I liked him last year, which I think everybody does. He'll be better. So we'll see. But I think that Sean Payton helps them. They didn't really fix the old line. I mean, they got some new pieces. So we'll see how that works. Judy being hurt is going to hurt. But as long as he comes back by week 3, I think the Broncos will be okay. So I like the Broncos offense to get better. I think they can win 7-8 games this year. So Tennessee's coming up. No. Y'all know me. I was all over the Vols last year, man. Not happening this year. Not happening this year. So we'll see what happens, but I'm just not a believer in the quarterback. I know he can throw the ball out of the stadium, but how accurate is he? So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Joke's on me. You're a fan of the 2-time North champs. Well, I'm a fan of the 6-time Super Bowl champs. That cuts deep, doesn't it? That cuts deep. But hey, who they? All right. What do we got, TikTok? What do we got? Again, over TikTok, man. You're on live. If you're not giving me a follow, please give me a follow, man. And tap that screen. We're almost there. Shoot, let's pump it up to 6,000 likes. We're at 4,200. You're not going to get one. The Bengals ain't getting nothing. Here's a good question over here on YouTube. I was surprised New England cut Bailey Zappi. Do you think Matt Corral is a better backup for Mac Jones? Here's my thing. Wakan, again, great question, man. I think that they got tired of people calling for Zappi over Mac Jones. I really believe that. I think that people got tired of, or Belichick got tired of fans wanting Zappi. And so to eliminate that distraction, he puts him on the practice squad and brings in another guy that has no chance of starting. Heck, if Mac Jones got hurt, I think they elevate Zappi over top of Matt Corral and start him in his place. So I think it's crazy. Don't know why they did it, but I believe that. I actually believe that. Bill Belichick has lost it a little bit. He's lost it a little bit, man. There's no way. Now, granted, he had Tom Brady, so it's easy not to have those kinds of distractions. But, man, I can't believe he would do something like that just because of what the crowd is thinking. So, and no, Mac Jones is not going to light it up this year. And that's not going to happen. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. Well, Ken, that's a good question. That is a very good question. All right, what do we got? TikTok, what do we got, man? Bosa's playing. I don't like it. But you know what? As Steelers, we'll just deal with them. And that'll be that. But I like the deal. 5 years, 170, 122 guaranteed. It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. I like it. I definitely like it. So 34 a year, 34 and a half a year. So yeah, Nick Bosa's that good. He's good. So, and when you don't pay a quarterback, you can pay all those defensive guys. You can pay your running back $16 million a year. You know, when you're not paying a quarterback, you can do that. And just think about it. It's not just this year. They don't have to pay a quarterback for like the next 3 years. So San Francisco can try to load up. And now if they think that Brock Purdy's the man, it's time to load up and go win. So time to load up and win. Trey Lance got him out of there. So the Steelers are going to have a top 5 defense? Yeah. I was mad I couldn't get them in fantasy. Somebody picked them. First of all, they picked them way too early. in both the leagues that I was in. I'm like, what are we doing? Taking people in the defense in the 8th round. I mean, like, what? Come on. Come on. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, here's a good question or a good statement. Here's a good statement over on YouTube. And again, everybody, if you're on TikTok, give me a follow. But come on over to YouTube, man. The chat is over there and it is up and popping. The statement here by a guy named Darren Howard. Pay average QBs less, running backs more, and head coaches should be paid by the win. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? First of all, coaches are never going to go for that. But I like it. I like it. Paying all the, like Daniel Jones. How does Daniel Jones get $40 million a year? I mean, how does that happen? And I'm not even saying that Daniel Jones can't be a starting quarterback in the National Football League. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that at all. But he doesn't have to make $40 million. It doesn't matter that, oh, well, that's the going rate. Not for mediocrity. Since when does mediocrity get $40 million? I just, man. Again, is Daniel Jones one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the National Football League? Yes, he is. Now, number one, that says a lot about where the quarterback play is. But two, yeah, he is. But don't tell me that he's worth $40 million just because that's the going rate. No. Because I do know this. If Saquon Barkley isn't on that team, how good is Daniel Jones? Daniel Jones needs Saquon way more than Saquon needs him. Way more. But that's the way it's going these days. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just insane. All right. TikTok, what do we got? You'd give Daniel Jones $32 million? Whew. Lamar Jackson's going to be great this year. I like it. I've been saying Lamar Jackson has a big bounce back year. Got to stay healthy down the stretch. But if he does, I think Lamar Jackson has a bounce back year. Cody Smith, great comment, man. Mediocrity is the new excellence. Absolutely. Mediocrity is the new excellence. There's a lot of people online, everywhere on social media that say that. So I know it's the new cliche, but it's the 100% truth. 100% truth. So it's crazy. Let's go over here to YouTube. Let's get another one. The Giants seem to have some talent and a very good coach, and their $40 million a year QB may be what holds them back. Good point, Austin. Good point. Austin Shoot. I think your last name is pronounced Shoot. And yes, that is a great point, and you are 100% right. Imagine this. Just imagine this. All these quarterbacks in the league, or not even that, just on your job. And I'm not trying to compare NFL jobs to a normal job, okay? Because I understand the difference, and I think all of us in here, we all understand the difference. But on your job, for you to do below average work and have one good day, you get a 75% raise for the next 4 years. Think about that for a second. That's what happened with Daniel Jones. He threw 15 touchdown passes. 15. Not 50. Not 40 or 30. Not even 20. 15 touchdown passes. And played a good playoff game. You can't take that away from him. You can't. Played a good playoff game. Won the game. And I'll go so far as to say it was because of his play on why they won the game. So he had a good day, and that equaled $40 million. Come on, man. But It's good to be a quarterback. It is good to be a quarterback. What do we got, TikTok? Go Cards. Yes, sir. Louisville's winning 9 games this year. In case some of y'all didn't know, Louisville's going to win 9 games this year. I'm just throwing that out there. K-State winning the Big 12. Just throwing that out there. Steelers, 10 games, making the playoffs. Just throwing that out there. Just want everybody to know. The football season for Big B is going to be good this year, baby. It is going to be good this year. Louisville's good. K-State good. Steelers good. I love it. I love it. The Ravens are not an underdog team, man. Come on. Stop. Come on. Come on. Do I think that Baby Hands Pickett is for real? I don't have a choice. He's our quarterback, so I got to put my trust in Baby Hands. That's it. I got to put my trust in Baby Hands. So if he's that guy, he's that guy. But I got to put my trust in him. Got to put my trust in him. Do I think Kirk Cousins will have another good year? I think Kirk Cousins will have another Kirk Cousins year. Because Minnesota's defense is terrible. They're going to be playing from behind, or they're going to be playing a lot of shootouts. You know, he'll do his thing. They're not going to win all those close games like they did last year. I tried to pick the Vikings to win the division. I have fought it. I've said it on several post platforms that the Vikings were going to win. I think I'm giving up. Y'all have beat me down. You've beat me down. I got to go the Lions now. Podcast coming out tomorrow, breaking down the NFC. I'm going with the Lions. Ugh. I don't want to do it. Y'all beat me down, man. You beat me down. You beat me down. I tried every way possible to keep the Vikings winning that division. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. So, yeah, it looks like Joshua Dobbs is going to be the quarterback in Arizona, which is crazy because I think he's been there, 3 weeks? Whew. I mean, just the definition of tanking. So, now here's a question I can get behind. Golf Hawk. Steelers or Cowboys? Better defense this year? And it's a good question because both have outstanding defenses. If Joey Porter Jr. is the guy, then the Steelers will have a better defense. If Joey Porter Jr. he comes in and has an okay rookie year, then the Cowboys will have a better defense. Because while the Cowboys have a great D-line, so do the Steelers. So do the Steelers. And the Steelers have just as much depth at that position. Now, where the Cowboys lack is where the Steelers lack. Middle linebacker position. Middle linebacker position. Secondary is a toss-up. You know, everybody's on Stephon Gilmore. And I like Stephon Gilmore, but he's 32. And Diggs, good. Diggs played so much better last year than the year that he did before when he had the 10 picks. It's not even funny. He played so much better last year. But Patrick Peterson, yeah, he's older. Joey Porter, Levi Wallace, Mika Fitzpatrick. I like the Steelers secondary too. So we'll see. We'll see. Who gets the NFC South? I mean, New Orleans. New Orleans does. Kind of by default, I think New Orleans is a better team. They had bad quarterback play last year. They'll get better quarterback play this year. So I think New Orleans wins it. I think Atlanta will put up a fight because Atlanta's going to play physical football. And they can run the football. And if Ritter is halfway decent, which I'm not sure he's going to be, but if he is, Atlanta will put up a fight. Atlanta will put up a fight. Ooh, who is that? I can't pronounce your name. Vodka Mafia or Mania. No, it's Mafia. Thinks that Penix Jr. is better than Caleb Williams. Okay. That Penix Jr. is better than Caleb Williams. Not a hot take. Not a hot take. It's a different opinion, but not a hot take. I like it. I absolutely like it. So Penix Jr. is good, man. He's good. He's underrated. He plays out in Washington. Games are on late. I was glad that they played early on week 1. But he's good. He's good. Sky Moore or Dobbins this week? I don't know, man. Take your pick. Deshaun Watson or Dak Prescott have a better record? Well, Dak, because Dallas is better. So, yeah, Bosa got that extension. 5 years, $170 million. It's nuts. It's nuts. What do we got? Here's a good question. You think Brock Purdy is any good without CMC? It goes deeper than that. That's a great question, Seth. It goes deeper than that. First off, to answer your question, yes, he's good. Or no, I don't think he is good without him. But it's deeper. Think about Brock Purdy. I just wrote an article on The Noise. By the way, www.thenoise.com. Go check it out. Links in the bio. I just wrote an article about Purdy and what he does. He's never had to play with real game pressure. Like the only game that he came from behind, they were down 10 at the start of the third quarter against the Raiders. And we know the Raiders roster is not good enough to keep real game pressure. And what I mean by real game pressure, you're down 10 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Come back and win that game. He hadn't had to do that. That's because his defense has been so good. They put him in a position. Now, I'm not saying it's his fault because, it's not his fault, but he hadn't. He hasn't come back and had to have that real game pressure. And I saw him play 4 years at Iowa State, and he wasn't great at doing that. So we'll see. We'll see about Brock Purdy, man. We will see about Brock Purdy. See, and now this is what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm talking about LTB Sports out here running their trap. Say that Brock Purdy is the next Marino. Do you see? These are the type of comments I got to deal with when I do the lives. This is what I got to deal with. Big B Dailies, again, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central. Thank you all for joining. But man, the gall of somebody to say that out in public. I mean, they usually lock people up like that and throw away the key. So, as a matter of fact, I'm getting that off my screen. Brock Purdy, the next Marino. It's always somebody. What else we got? We are crushing it on the likes here today on TikTok, man. I appreciate it. Man, let's get to $8,000. Let's get to $8,000. Bo Nix is better than Drake May? No, he's not. Bo Nix is a choke artist and a turnover machine. You get Drake May around somebody, just a halfway decent defense, he is better than Bo Nix. I do remember when I said there's no chance with Lamar going back to the Ravens. I thought there was 100% no chance that he was going back. No chance. But yet they decided to give him his money. So there clearly was a chance. And my whole thing is, if you were going to give him his money, then why did you stress it? Or maybe he was asking for a ton. I don't know. Do I think the Broncos will win 8 games? They could. I think they could. So, I think they could. The Chiefs fans are worried. I don't know. I mean, if Kelce's not going to be out that long, We heard a text today from Chris Jones, and they're basically $4 million apart on what he's wanting. The Chiefs offered him 24 a year. He's wanting 28 and a half. Split the difference, and he'll be there. So we'll see, though. We'll see. He said he could play week 1. Said he just wanted a raise. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think the Chiefs are willing to play it out after week 1 and say, okay, what does our defense look like against a team that can run the football? Because the Lions can run the football. The Lions have a really good offensive line. So the Chiefs may be willing to play it out for week 1, see what happens. Bosa got extended. Yep, he sure did. Ruben. What do you got, Ruben? Do you think the Jets will live up to the hype because of their defense getting efficient, complementary offensive football from Aaron Rodgers and the running game? I don't know if they'll live up to the hype. I still think that the Jets line stinks, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm still iffy on their offensive line. But we will see. We will absolutely see. So, yeah, I'm on that bandwagon too with you, Trill. Stop the Jets hype. I'm right there with you. But we'll see. It's a good question. It's a good statement. You know, you don't know, but their offensive line to me, but we'll just see. And do they have enough weapons? Do they have enough? I don't know. Plus, I don't like the coach. I'll be honest. I don't like the coach. Robert Saleh, I don't like him. I don't think he's great. So, Woolen is better than Sauce Gardner? No, he's not. Don't do that. I like Woolen, but he's not better than Sauce Gardner. You have the Lions over the Chiefs. A lot of people are saying that. The line is going to change. I'm waiting for it to come out tomorrow. We'll pick the game tomorrow. I'm waiting for it to come out tomorrow because we'll know whether Kelce's going to play, and that line is going to be crazy different. So, how do I feel about Danny Dimes and the Giants? I think they take a step back. So, I hope you ain't a Giants fan. I apologize. Because I think Daniel Jones is average at best. So, we'll pick the game tomorrow. We'll definitely pick it tomorrow. Big B Bets will be back. 50% this week. Man, it was terrible. But it was week 1. College football, crazy endings. We'll see. Fridays, we always got Big B Bets. It'll be pro football for sure. And Friday will be a pro football day. All day pro football. Because, again, we're Big B Dailies. We're Monday through Friday. Live on TikTok, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, 4 p.m. Central. We did all college last Friday. We're going to do all pro football this Friday. We'll pick every game. We'll go right down the list. Pick every game. CJ Stroud, I think, will be okay. I don't think he's going to be great, but I think he'll be okay. I was hoping Arizona would go with Tune to see what he can do. Nah, I don't think he can play. I think that's the problem. I don't think he can play. Yeah, it's a good comment. KC needs to pay up for Chris Jones because Pat was able to play without Cheetah, but Pat don't play defense. That's a good comment. It's a great comment, actually. Chiefs, well, we're going to see, but I think the Chiefs are going to struggle stopping the run. I think they were going to struggle anyway stopping the run against the Lions, but without Chris Jones, it'll be bad. I think it'll be bad. So, Jets going to the playoffs? Nope. Nope. Again, we'll pick all of that on Friday. I mean, Friday is basically an NFL tune-up show is what it's going to be. NFL, big preseason. We'll get playoff team. We'll get division winners, playoff teams, Super Bowl pick from each division. So, Chargers. Hey, Corey. Chargers. You like the Chargers too? I like the Chargers. You may want to tune in on Friday. That's all I'm going to say. You may tune in on Friday. Zeke's not going to have a better year with the Pats. No. First of all, he's not the starter. Number two, I mean, if you look at Zeke's numbers, it was over 800 yards and 12 touchdowns last year. Now, that's not great yardage, but he was decent for what he brings to the table. But he won't have a better season. No. Mac Jones MVP. Don't make me kick you out of the live. Don't make me do it. So, all right, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate everybody joining in. Again, Big B Dailies every day or Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Central, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Everybody on TikTok, if you're in here, give me a follow, spread the word, pass the lives on, let everybody know. I appreciate it. And come on over to YouTube, man. Come on over to YouTube. Join that chat. That chat pops and goes the entire time. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. And you guys have a good one.